Hello, welcome to an impromptu, unedited ETB opening. I have two Pokemon Center ETBs, Black Bolt, White Fair. A lot of hype around this set. A lot of SIRs, full arts, collectibles, standard playables, good reprints. Was going to spend a little bit more time actually editing a video, but just really excited about this. I know people are hype, and I just want to get something out real quick so people can see kind of what's in these. The Pokemon Center ETBs are a little bit more expensive because they do come with a special stamped promo, more packs. We'll start with the less hype one with the White Flare. Nice boxes here. Got a head start on these because don't want to see anybody commenting about my terrible knife skills and almost cutting a finger off. So, of course, the booklet that comes with everything, so you can kind of keep track of what's in here. As you can see, a lot of full arts. All right. Inside packaging, all the packs. Of course, the regular promo, and there's the Pokemon Center one in there as well that is stamped. Tornadus. Not a very good card. I've heard things about this card existing in the past and being relatively decent. The sleeves and these sweet new energies that are kind of reminiscent of OG Black and White basic energies, but with this cool checkered pattern that like the Play Pokemon promos had way back when. I had a couple of them. They're a little thicker. I don't use them. Of course, the usual dice, damage, poison, counters, etc. But the part we are most excited for, the booster packs. Just gonna get right into these. Want to make this short and sweet. Nobody wants to sit here and watch me preamble about cards. There are a few good chase cards in here. Whimsicott is good. The full arts are good. Zekrom EX full art is expensive. And there's these really cool black, white, and red print cards. I know there's the black Zekrom, white Kyurem, and the red Victini, which are very expensive and very cool and collectible. We'll see if we get anything like that. Durant. Tool Scrapper is a really good reprint for Standard. I do play a lot of Standard. This will be a good reprint. We'll definitely see if that has any kind of impact. We got something pretty here. This new, or not new, this redone foiling is so nice. The barcode-esque horizontal lines on the side is really nice. And, of course, the really cool energy. Nothing particularly great in that one. Crack another. Also, if you like the Mimikyu playmat, my partner does do these at Jazz Alters on Facebook, Twitter, or X, if you call it that. Sweet hand-painted playmats. Drotagon, love it. Second Tool Scrapper. This Zoroark is also really cool. Ooh, foil. This Zoroark is really good. It's a multi-reference to old Zoroarks. Pretty sweet attacks. Foul play, like a better Team Rocket's Mimikyu, being able to copy anything. Hey, Whimsicott. A cool chase card. A lot of play in Japan. I will not lie, I am not entirely confident why the deck is good. The trainer card damage is obviously good, partnering with things like Badoo and Jellicent. Searching up to 3 basic energy cards. Ramping energy can never be bad, right? Zoroark's good. We like Tool Scrappers. We like playable cards. Third pack. Was lucky enough to get these ETBs on pre-order. Thank goodness. Always a pain ordering from Pokemon Center. Ooh. This Gothitelle is cool. Oh, whoa. Okay, this is a sweet pack. Okay. So Garbodor, everyone was kind of hoping, or not hoping, dreading that it was going to be a reprint of the old one. We have the new Pokeball foiling, which is very nice. And the Master Ball. Hopefully we get a good one later. One of the mini full arts, the Pharaoh Seed, with Zt as an attack. That's funny. Gothitelle, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may have your opponent shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 3 cards. Very interesting card. Again, with the cool vertical foiling. And these foil energies are so sweet. Look at that. I'm going to have to chase down a lot of these and use them. They are beautiful. I love those. So nothing super expensive yet. I do not know what the most expensive full arts are in this set. My cats are fighting. Ignore that. Fossils. Interesting to reprint these. The Archeops has a really good effect. The Arch into Archeops has a really good effect. However, you can't play these through Badoo, and you can't puffin them, so I'm not entirely confident how good those will be. Frillish, evolving into Jellicent. Definitely a defining card going forward in the format because of the play it we'll see in Gardevoir. Chandelure. Not great, but fine. We like opening packs. Shummet. That's funny. We love seeing back-to-backs. This is also a card I saw getting played in Japan. The Retaliate attack, dealing 130 on a 1-prizer for 2. It's not bad. I'm not entirely confident. This has a sweet full art. Not entirely confident, but Japan also likes to play crazy things. They like to have fun with their decks. Experiment a lot. We see kind of constant trends in Western Pokemon that tend to be the most agreed upon things. New Zorua goes with the Zoroark. Sock adds another Pokeball. Has a really nice effect on those. Energy Retrieval reprint and foil. Oh, another Zor. Oh, that darkness energy is beautiful. That was a sweet pack. Really funny how the 2 best packs so far have been very similar in design-wise. Are all these Zoroarks vertical? They are not. This is a regular one, and this one had the vertical foiling, which is nice. All right, another one. I apologize if my energy is low in this or if my fingernails are dirty. I did just get off of work not that long ago. Was just very excited and wanted to get something out, like I said, about this. Foil Cottony. Samurott has a pretty cool effect. Once during your turn, you may switch your active with one of your benched. If you do, switch out your opponent's active to the bench. It's a Prime Catcher on an ability, but it's a stage 2 with 160 HP. So not entirely sure how good that is. Could be GLC playable. Also with the Oshawott, that's funny. Cool card. Don't really have any coherence to my piles, but we'll definitely go over some of the highlights after I finish opening these packs. Tepig. The Emboar is really, really cool. It's a almost reprint of an old Emboar that allowed you to accelerate fire energies. Hoping we can get one of those, because I would like to play that in GLC. Volgavantula. Draudigon. Oh, ha! That... rigged? Yeah, the Emboar with Inferno Fandango. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Very similar to Excalibur. Okay attack, high retreat on this one, but that's more than okay. It's pretty sweet. Especially Big Air Balloon gives it free retreat. That's a cool one. I like that card. Get a little bit of coherence to my packs here. Which ones I'm looking at? Zoroarks are cool. We got a Pokeball. 2 School Crapsers. Oh, Whimsicott. I hope I didn't just say a not very bad word, but could be a bad word. That Ferroseed. That's a pretty one. It's kind of manhandling my cards here. Apologies. I don't mind if they get a little dinged up. Cards are meant to be played. I don't like grading cards. I don't like the fact that graded cards is a market, but to each their own. Let me know in the comments how you feel about what graded cards have done to the Pokemon community for collectors. Yeah, I have a bajillion these energy retrievals. I just like the foil one there. Ooh, Ignition Energy. This card has a lot of hype. Has some good synergy with stuff. If it's attached to one of your Pokemon, you discard it at the end of the turn. As long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless. But if it's an evolution Pokemon, it gives 3 colorless, which is pretty powerful. We can combine that with things. So many of these foil energies are so nice. I will happily take a bunch of foil energies if I can get one of each. Maybe I'll locate some more metal ones for my Goldengo deck. Speaking of, would love to get a Genesect EX down the road. That Garbodor again. It's funny. Ah, Pokeball Ducklet. It's cute. Oh, Pokeball Duck. Hydreigon. If your opponent's basic Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack used by this Pokemon, take one more prize card. For 5 energy, Triple dark, double colorless. You could do 2 dark and an ignition. 200 during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. Taking extra prizes is always good. Someone let Jake Gearhart, if you're a Twitter Pokemon user, you know. Hates Iron Hands. Similar effect. We've seen Togekiss get play, so maybe we'll see something with this. 330 HP. Not a Terra Pokemon. Pretty interesting. Like that card. Last pack of White Flare. Gonna give it a smooch. Bless it. Surely we get something sweet here. A white Kyurem would be very cool. Another Ignition Energy. Need those for my playable decks. Litwick. Oh, that's kind of cool. Full Art Archeops. Yeah, this is the card I'm kind of hype about. I hope that it gets play, but I doubt it because the fossils are not very good. The Archeops has Ancient Wing. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may devolve one of your opponent's evolved Pokemon by putting the highest stage evolution. So it's kind of like a Devolution. Puts it back in their hand. Kind of similar to a Devolution, to a TM Devo. Can be used multiple times. You can also Ancient Wing into Devolution. A common strategy in Standard to play around TM Devolution is to manually evolve your Pokemon up and not accelerate through rare candy. So the damage spread decks can't take advantage of that. But that's a cool one. We got some playables, some full arts here. Why is that there? Hydreigon. We got a Pokeball. Some of these really nice foil energies. Another full art. More foil energies. Whimsicott, which I'm excited to play. 2 Tool Scrappers. Probably don't need more than that. But that's pretty cool. These full arts are very nice, and I cannot believe how many of them in the set there are. And now we can move on to... I will vacate these to be sorted at a later date. The Black Bowl. This is the one that's a bit more hype because the cards in it are a tad more expensive. The Zekrom being pretty playable in Miraidon when Miraidon is a pretty hype deck is very interesting. The box is so much prettier with the black and the blue. Dimir players, you know what I'm talking about. Another box with the cards in it, showing us what we've got. Again, the packs. Beautiful. Unironically, actually black and white, unlike the white and pink White Flare set. The black and blue dice are gorgeous. These will definitely be going into my collection to be used. More of the energies. Thunderous this time instead of Tornadus. Again, Pokemon Center promo in there as well. And these sweet sleeves. Love those. Love everything that comes in the ETBs, accessories, etc. Great for new players getting into the game. I believe. Let's see. This pack won't open. Please. I want the contents. Okay. I had to open it weird, but that's fine. Panpork, Girder, Audino, Croc, Pheasant. We were hoping a good Unpheasant was getting it printed because of the Pidove. Whoa! Pokeball, Professor Juniper Research. That is very cool. And if I play a deck with one of Professor's Research, that will slide right in. Servine, Thunderous. Hello, that's our promo. That's funny. But very cool. We love that stuff. Different location because this is my first pack opening on YouTube. Hopefully you guys give it a little love. I see something nice. Kind of figuring out where things should go. Hopefully this angle is okay. Oh, Pokegear, a huge reprint. This is such an expensive card that is played a lot and is not necessarily hard to find except for with artificial rarity because of how played it is. Fennel. Superior EX. An energy and a code card. Attacks used by your Pokemon do 20 more damage. And it stacks, which is kind of sweet. Some synergy with Whimsicott. Ramp it up. Then search for 3 cards and put them into your hand. 150, not a lot of damage. But there are a lot of things that are weak to grass. So maybe there's a world where it gets play. That would be cool. Pokegear, kind of the most hype card in that pack as somebody who plays a lot of Standard. That's not the right Maractus. I got excited for a sec. Why did I do that? Another Molga. Little cute. Whoa. Landorus, the third of the trio, alongside Thunderous and Tornadoes. Panpour. Look how cute. The little guys. It's adorable. I love it. Oh, very cute. The full arts in here are very cute. I think the collectors are going to definitely love that kind of stuff. We don't have any too crazy. We love a black Zekrom. Dubebble. Little cutie pie. This card is not very good. I'll leave it at that. Oh, a Master Ball Panpour. Look at that. So you can see kind of the difference. I think these are a little bit more distinct than the ones in Prismatic Evolutions. Crocodile. Volcarona. Love Volcarona as a Pokemon. This card is not very good. Discard an energy to make your opponent's Pokemon burned. Volcanion EX just kind of does that better because you don't need any resources to do it. You just need to be able to put it in the active. Petal, Rufflet, Slowsis, Clang, Throw, Amoonguss. Ooh. A Pokeball Tranquil. Kind of looks very clean with the silver of a normal type Pokemon card. Lilligant. Haxorus. With Axe Blast. Knocking out any basic Pokemon. Kind of cool. Thinks it's on a stage 2, but obviously that's what Haxorus is. Ain't no other way around that. No crazy hits that I know of. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'll definitely be checking the prices of some of the full arts later. Probably trade them with my friends for some full arts that I like a little bit more. Panpours. Electric. This card is so hype for Miraidon. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic lightning energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. A exact reprint minus the addition of the word basic. Pretty good. Card's excellent. We'll see if it goes in Miraidon. Being a stage 1 is nice. 2 retreat, not great, but we did get Air Balloon reprint, so we'll see. That's definitely hype as a playable card. Go across the Bikini. Pawniard. Whoa! Hold on. That is very pretty. That is SIR ends plan. Maybe if I edit this, I'll put the price up. If not, you can go look at it yourself, but it doesn't matter. Set's new. Prices will go down quickly. That is beautiful. Wow. Move 2 energy from your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. That's like a little Armarouge one time. That is freaking sweet. That's a beautiful card. Love N. Love the Black and White series. Love the Black and White games. Yeah. Blast, Larvesta, Fracture. The Juniper Research. Whoa, that's the second time that's happened now. Them being right active. Yeah, let's go. One of my friends did open it up, their ETB, while I was at work. So I do know that I have access to another Genesect EX. This card is going to be very good in Goldengo, specifically because of the Metallic Signal ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 Evolution Metal Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is really good. Being able to grab Goldengos consistently is obviously powerful, but there's also a few tech cards you can play inside your Goldengo deck, such as Scizor, which for a metal energy deals damage proportional to the amount of EXs that your opponent has. I do not want to say the number because I'm probably wrong, but it's pretty good. It's good in things like Terra Box, EV Box, etc. Miraidon deck that's coming out. Gets around Cornerstone Orgripon, and also gets Revavroom, which allows you to draw cards when you discard energies. So this card's pretty sweet. Pretty hype about this one. Glad I pulled that. We'll definitely go into a deck. I'm interested to see how much this set actually impacts because, like I said, Japanese players tend to innovate a little bit more and play creative decks when sets first drop. So not entirely sure how many of these cards are going to see play in the future. A lot of them are just kind of nostalgia and are just pretty and very cool. Beartic. This is a cool stage 1. The last attack, Sheer Cold. Your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't use attacks. The Cubchoo is particularly good because for 1 energy it does that effect. Not as much damage, obviously, but prevents your opponent from using attacks, which is pretty sweet. Down to 3 packs. See if we get anything particularly good. That was an aggressive opening. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Fine. Another Fossil. That one's for the Pokemon I forget his name of. Costa, maybe? Ooh, Pokeball Solosis. That's cute. A little guy. Just chilling. Another Victini. This card is not good. But it's a really cool full art. I did ding the prize card. Don't even try to redeem these. I will be redeeming these. I play a lot of live. I need the cards. I can't just grind all the time. Sometimes you just need the prize, or you need the packs in the game. Another fossil, Krokorok, Palpitoad, Clink, Rhinoclus. I butchered that card. Donald, Cobalion. That's a cool one. Last pack, little mwah for good luck. Alright. See what we got in our last pack. Dynamo evolves into electric. I need that. Oh, I see something nice back there. Oh, another electric. That's my 2 that I'll probably end up playing. A Pokeball Clang. Shout out Shift Gear Podcast, I suppose. Whoa. That is a beautiful Tranquil. They did not need to go so hard on the art for a card that's not very good. And a Meloetta and a Lightning Energy. Ooh, that's pretty. Meloetta, kind of hyped. Didn't see a lot of this card in Japanese results. If you go first, this Pokemon can use attacks during your first turn. So you can obviously use the Echoed Voice attack, which is kind of a reference to an old, I believe it was Latias, that could do this. It was kind of a meme deck back in the day. However, you can use things like TM Evolution with this card. Or TM Turbo Energize, which is pretty powerful. So there we go. Pretty energies. So nice. Nothing tremendous out of these packs, except for maybe this Ends Plan, which is gorgeous. But some playables. Excited to see where your standard goes. Let me know what cards you all are excited to see in the future. What you think about these energies? The vertical foiling is so cool in these. I really like these. But some cool stuff to consider out of this set. The EXs are interesting. There's a lot to play with. There's some cool collectibles. I know lots of people who enjoy specific full arts are going to want to collect these. And we'll see how things go. Thank you for watching this. Hopefully this comes up in a reasonable amount of time before hype has died down and this card is cheap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good rest of everyone's day, and hopefully good luck with the new packs that you open. Bye-bye.